Living Positive Victoria is a community-based organisation and Brent Allan is its Executive Officer. Brent, thanks very much for joining us on the program.
An absolute pleasure.
Just wondering if you could just perhaps tell us a bit about Living Positive Victoria. How did it start and how has it grown?
So Living Positive Victoria is born from the positive community, people living with HIV in Victoria. It's an opportunity and a space for positive people to come together to build programmings, build a response that puts people living with HIV at the center of the response.
And how does it support people living with and affected by HIV?
So our programming is a little bit different than, say, your typical care and support programming. Our programming is really focused on advocacy, on education, information, and health promotion. So we like to offer services particularly to those most at risk or newly diagnosed through Positive Speakers Bureau. We have a program that is around treatment awareness. We also have what's called the Flip Fund, which helps people get re-engaged in their community and in their educational experience.
And more broadly, how do you see organisations like Living Positive Victoria, what sort of role do you think they play in promoting HIV awareness and limiting the prevalence of HIV?
Well, I firmly believe that one of the strengths of the HIV response, not just in Australia but around the world, has been the notion of engaging and harnessing the power of people living with HIV as an educational device. So I don't think there's anything more powerful than sending someone who's living with HIV into the community, schools, workplaces, wherever, and talk about what it means to live with HIV, why they need to look after their health, and what they can do practically to ensure that that occurs.
And I guess you've contributed to the conference as an organiser. Is that something that you've wanted to highlight, I guess, at the conference, the importance of community?
Absolutely. From the very first days of the organising of the conference, one of the things we set out to do in the vision for the community program is about recognizing the greater and central engagement of positive people in the response. So when we framed our vision for this conference, we put that in our vision statement. And I think that has really influenced how the conference has been designed and developed. First time ever, there's a plenary all the plenary spots have someone who's HIV positive on the panel. After 20 years, I mean, this is the first time ever, and we're so proud of that.
And I guess this conference, if you like, is a global community essentially, isn't it?
Absolutely. 192 countries, 62 countries, something like this. We all have a huge delegation of HIV positive people here, and I think the city has really come out in force, not just about supporting all the delegates, but in particular focusing on the HIV positive delegates to ensure that they get access to whatever they may need while they're here.
Brent, look, thanks very much for your time and all the very best for the conference.
A pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you.